Hello YouTube. So today I want to talk about, as promised, the Nikelab ACG Cargos, because I think that one of the most asked questions in the Techwear community still is, what are the best cheap cargos, best cheap Techwear cargos? And in my opinion, they were and still are the Nikelab ACG Cargos. And there have been quite a few through the years, even though Nikelab ACG only existed for 3 years? No, well, 3.5, I guess. But no, 3.5. And not even every season had a cargo pants, so I wanted to go back to the beginning, and I'm gonna do a few short videos about this because making one long video about it just takes too long for me. And if I try to make long videos like that, I know that I won't finish it, so I guess I'm better off just making a few short ones, then at least I know I will finish them. So today I wanted to begin with the cargo pants from fall-winter 2015-2016. So the first collection in 2014 was a fall-winter collection, but only had one pair of pants, I believe, which were not cargos, but just woven pants. Then then the spring-summer 2015 also had woven pants, I believe. Sometimes it's a bit difficult to get very exact information about this because at the time I actually wasn't into Techwear yet, and it's hard to find very specific information about these things on the internet. So if you know something else, please do enlighten us all in the comments below. But as far as I know, these are the first pair of cargos that Nikelab ACG released and are part of the fall-winter 15-16 collection, as I already said. There were 2 colorways, as far as I know. This one, which is called Dark Stucco, which is supposed to be a kind of very light olive. I know they look quite gray in this video, and actually they look quite gray in real life too, but I do believe that's due to washing. I got these used, so I don't actually know how they looked new, but I do know that I have seen a few other pieces in Dark Stucco, as for instance, one of the women's pants, which looks quite similar to this color, but does really have a kind of greenish olivey tint, which actually looks quite similar again to Acronym Alpha Green. Not exactly the same, because also Alpha Green in Acronym has different shades depending on what kind of fabric the garment is. Anyway, this is a very light olivey grayish color, but I actually kind of like it, even though I usually don't really like gray. So there are 2 D pockets with, in Acronym fashion, a little part that goes to the back, which Acronym usually calls 2 pockets in the description of their garments. It means that the pocket splits at the bottom and you can put some small stuff in the back, so you don't lose it in the pocket, so to speak, which is really nice. Then it has 2 back pockets, which are not closed, but quite roomy, and that's fine. And then it has 2 quite big cargo pockets, which I will get to later. One of the things I appreciate the most about these pants actually is that it has belt loops. Even though it also has laces, so you can actually tighten the pant without having a belt in it, but I just really like having the option to use a belt because I usually like having a belt. And the loops are just very convenient to hang stuff from. Then we get to the cargo pockets. They are closed and opened with just a push button, and they have quite some room. As you can see, they are folded in a way which makes them look more flat when they are not filled and can kind of expand when they are filled with stuff, which is nice. The pocket on the other side is quite different, so the pant is asymmetrical, obviously, which I also think is a very nice touch and makes this pant very unique. Also, in comparison to most of the other Nikelab ACG pants, I believe that this is actually the only one that is asymmetrical like this. And on the right leg there is another zipped pocket besides, but also kind of half behind the cargo pocket, in which you can put mostly like flat stuff, like maybe bank cards or anything, because I mean, you can put thicker stuff in there, but that's just not very comfortable because the pocket is very slim. So if you do that, it will be bulging and it will just not be very comfortable. I already tried that. Then, as you can see, the cuffs can be worn in two different ways. Rolled up, which reveals the Nike and ACG logos that are also 3M, so they are reflective. And you can also flip it down and just wear the pants long, which is more comfortable for your ankles if it's cold, for instance, or when you are on a bike. But I think the cuffs rolled up make the pants look better. I like that silhouette better, because then the pant doesn't stack on your shoes. Cuffed, it kind of just floats above your feet. And I think that's a better look for the pant. I really like the silhouette of this pant very much. And it's very unique and just very, I don't know, it just looks very cool. I really like the kind of angular silhouette it has, and that mostly is due to the paneling. Because the pant is obviously tapered, but it's tapered in a very unique way, I think. The side seam at the top twists to the front at the bottom. So that's quite interesting, and that very much gives the pant the silhouette it has. I do have to confess that it's not always super comfortable to have the seam on your knee. Like for instance, when riding a bike or when sitting, but still I think it's a very cool look and design of the pant, making it just look very unique, as I already said 5 times. All right, as I said, this is going to be a very short video. I really like these pants. I've had them for a while, and I wear them quite often. And it's just really one of the best Techwear cargos that are, well, they aren't really available, but if you can find these on the secondhand market, I would definitely grab one. They used to be sold for really stupid prices. I believe that the retail was about $250, I think. But if you can pick these up for somewhere between 100 and 150, I think that's really worth it. Even if they are a bit worn, I think the wear on these pants looks fine. It's a very comfortable fabric. It's a cotton blend with also elastane in it, making it very stretchy. So even though they are kind of fitted, you will have no issues doing all your high kicks and biking or whatever activity you want to do in these pants. It's a very tightly woven knit, so they can be DWR coated. They were at the beginning, of course, which wears off at some point, but I have successfully recoated these with Nikwax cotton proof, so you can just wash these with that and then use an iron to activate it, and then it just works like a charm. So that's it for these pants. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you hadn't already yet. And be sure to stay tuned, because next video I will be talking about the Spring-Summer 2016 cargos. See you then.